What is the deal, beautiful people? It is your boy Uncle Rizza. Today we're talking microtransactions. Such a hot topic amongst gamers. Oh shit, madness. What the fuck? Yo, already on a straightaway. These animals in Forza 5. So before we get started, I know you guys are gonna ask, what Skyline is that? Because you've never seen it before. That is the second IGZ Skyline. That is the one built for time attack, sporting 476 horses, 360 pounds of torque, and coming in at a super light 2,900 pounds. The tune is up there. Just search for IGZ on the tune, and it'll be the second one, the handling version. So yeah, enjoy the footage while we kick back in this conversation about microtransactions. So, what are microtransactions? I guess microtransactions are a way for developers to charge you a la carte for small pieces of content versus an entire bundle or what have you. And it's been done in some very uncouth ways recently and in the past, and it's been done in some very brilliant ways as well. So before we get in, I want to give a very clear description that there's a difference or differentiation between DLC and microtransactions. So if you look at something like Battlefield, where you have the premium subscription for $90 or whatever it was, you get all these different map packs when they're released, and with the map packs you get weapons, you get battle packs with accessories for those weapons, new knives, camos, what have you. That's DLC. And even if you didn't purchase the premium, right? Like, let's say the Naval Strike was just released and you want these 5 maps and with the included weapons and whatnot, and you buy that for, I don't know, $8, $10, whatever it was, that's DLC. Now, microtransactions would be, let's say you don't care for the maps or you don't care for the camos or the weapons, but there's a very specific gun that you like, or a very specific map that you like within that pack. You can't, but usually the way microtransactions work is it would enable you to buy, that one piece of digital item for $3 or $4. So let's take Forza for instance. Forza's been very consistent with the car packs that come out. Very themed, some dope stuff. But by and large, in each pack, there's usually about 90% of the cars I don't care about, which is why I didn't buy the VIP version of the game to get everything included. So what I do, and it benefits me, is I go through the pack and I may buy 1 or 2 cars out of the 10 religiously all the time, and I don't do it on purpose. That's just how it ends up. Like, the other cars I'll never drive, they're just not my taste. So that's an example of where microtransactions is done in a very desirable way. Now, let's take some of these online games and even some of the mobile games where they give you the game for free. The model's called free to play. Now, this is a touchy subject, right? If you're giving somebody something for free, there's no rule as to how much of it you should give them for free. We kind of rely on just a decent individual, a decent developer to say, yeah, we'll let you get a good taste of the game. Now, some free-to-plays, like you'll find from the bigger AAA titles, like the Ghost Recon free-to-plays, the Battlefield free-to-plays, they've got a wealth of content in there. And they do have microtransactions where they allow you to buy even more stuff, even a lot of the advanced guns and whatnot. But there's no reasons you can't compete with the default guns that come with those free-to-play models. And then there's developers out there who don't have money growing on trees, who do this thing in their basement. They release their game, they work hard on it, and it's free-to-play, yes, and then you get 1 gun out of the 15 possible guns, and they make you buy these guns. Now, I understand that this is a way for developers to really make money, and this is a segue into the next topic. You have to sort of decide when too much is when it's too much of that going on. And I find that even in the situation where people's been complaining I sort of still side with the developer. You know, it's not as if EA is doing it. If EA was doing it, then we can complain. But if it's some guy in his garage, then cut him some slack. Buy a few guns. You know, you like the game, you play it. You obviously feel like it's good enough for you to complain about. So his work is validated here. Just, you know, support the developer. So I think it's important to understand that there's been some studies going on out there where, especially in the mobile market, where these guys will make two versions of the same game. One version they'll make with the game will be $5, right? The entire game, all the content unlocked, whatever you want to do. Then they'll have a second version of that said game with, I guess you could say, 10% of the content unlocked and microtransactions up the ass. They have found that the free version with microtransactions almost always does better than the game that was just $5. And it's such a simple concept behind it. People just like free shit. If anything's for free, they'll get it. Now, from a logistics standpoint, from a very technical standpoint, my only thing is, that's fine to me, right? Just make sure that the amount of microtransactions in the game and the content, that balance, it better equal up to the same $5 as the paid version. You get what I mean? Like, if the $5 version gets you everything, then the microtransaction version should not surpass $5. You can't be parting out the game and selling it for $8 worth of shit. You get what I'm saying? So let's think of something like Battlefield. Let's say Battlefield wanted to get away from the premium model, and premium model was $90. Just divide that up amongst the number of DLC that they were coming out with, and say, hey, you don't have to buy premium, but you can buy this right here, and then let it be up to the gamer. And at the end of the day, if the gamer loves the game so much that they ended up spending that same $90, then okay. But it's all about giving us choice, just like in Forza. I don't really want to buy the entire pack to get one car. And by the way, big asterisk here, Forza does do that. Some of the dope cars you can only get if you buy the pack only, scumbags. So again, there's these different tactics and these different things around it, and I feel like, you know, the people who deserve microtransactions are the small guy, and you really got to support them here. Let's look at another model, something like iTunes, right? So in iTunes, a new Jay-Z album comes out. You're not a Jay-Z fan, but you really like that single. You really do have the luxury to just purchase that single for 79 cents or whatever it costs these days, versus them forcing you to buy the entire album to get that one single. It's that type of freedom that microtransaction needs to be respected for. And I get it. There's a lot about microtransactions that people really, when they hear it, they cringe. Like, oh my god, Gran Turismo has microtransactions. Forza has, damn it. Like, it's not all bad, guys. And I mean, the bigger the reputation of the developer, the better handled you can expect the microtransaction situation to be. So I really want to get across to you guys that microtransactions is not all bad. It's really a way for the developers to stay afloat. You know, just support the guys, and if you find that there's some developers out there doing some real scumbag shit with it, they're really nickel and diming you for no reason or for their own greed, which is usually the reason, then that's fine. Stay away from it. You know, the best way to have someone learn their lesson is to not support their project, their initiative, their product. You know, you don't have to spread the word that anything being associated with microtransaction is bad, because it's not true. So anyway, my name is Uncle RZA. I hope you liked the video. Leave your comments. If you had some real good experience with microtransactions, let us know who handled it the best, what game that was. Give them a shout out. If you had some really terrible experiences, let me know. Let's look into that. Let's have a conversation around that. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.